What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Actor Podcast. I'm your host, Eric L. Williams. Now, got a quick question for you. Samuel L. Jackson, Mark Wahlberg, Matthew McConaughey, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Brian Baumgartner, Don Cheadle, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett. Now, aside from being actors, what do these people have in common? They all play golf. And they all play quite well, I might add. Now, I didn't start playing golf until I was 30, but I've completely fallen in love with the game. I play as often as I can, and I have come to the conclusion that playing golf can help you become a better actor. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't a magic bullet that I'm saying go out, play golf, and you'll win an Oscar. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is golf and acting have a lot of similarities. And I believe that playing golf does indeed give you an opportunity to become a better actor. And I've got 4 quick points that I want to make to back up my statement. All right, point number 1, discipline. Playing golf instills a level of discipline in you. It's kind of obvious. If you want to be a better golfer, you have to put the work in. Now, you can look up stories of Tiger Woods and, any PGA Tour pro for that matter, and see stories of the hours that they've put in day after day, year after year to reach the highest levels of professional golf. That's discipline. Look at the way that they practice even after they become professionals. That takes discipline. Actors have to be disciplined as well. Okay, I'm sure you've heard the phrase hone your craft. Okay, the greatest actors in the world are constantly working at their craft. They're constantly working to make sure that every performance is the best it can be, that they are operating at the highest level that they can. That's discipline. Now, there's a quote from Stanislavski that says, excuse me, it says, "The actor, no less than the soldier, must be subject to iron discipline." A friend of mine has a phrase that he uses a lot. He says, "Discipline pays dividends." And it's true. If you want to be great at something, whether it's acting or golf or anything else in life, you can't get around discipline. Point number 2, focus. Now, our job as actors involves interacting with a lot of people and giving them some focus throughout the day. Productions, they're organized chaos in a way. You've got cast and crew, and they're moving in multiple directions to get stuff done. And the ability to cut through all that noise and all that hectic rigmarole and all of that work and all of that activity, finding focused amongst all that, I'm not going to lie, it's challenging. But it is essential, and it is a skill that you will have to develop if you want to be a good actor, if you want to be a great actor. Golf is very similar. Now, the noise is going to be different. It's, golf courses obviously aren't as noisy as a movie set or a TV set. You don't have as many people running around unless, you're at a PGA Tour event and you've got spectators all over the place. But for those of us who just play golf at regular golf courses, it's not that noisy. But the noise comes in a lot of times in your head. It could be that voice in your head saying, "Hey, you're playing too slow. You got to quicken up. You got to play faster." The people are behind you. They're pissed because you're playing too slow. You're ruining the game for them. Or it could be the voice in your head telling you to try to remember every single piece of advice that anyone has ever given you about swinging a golf club. the, we call those swing thoughts. Um, and I actually made a short film about swing thoughts. I'll put that in the show notes because it's very fun. It's a very funny film, but those of us who are golfers will understand it. Um, it will literally only take a minute of your time, so check that out after you finish listening to this episode. So, as I was saying, the noise on a golf course, a lot of times it's inside your head. It's the you versus you mentality. It's you, the golfer, versus you, the heckler, we'll call it. All right. Third point, accountability. Now, when it comes to golf or being on stage or on film, um, making your presence felt comes down to you. Now, in acting, you do have people around you. You know, you have your castmates and ensemble, but you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You've got to pull your own weight to make that production happen. Nobody acts in a vacuum. And if you are acting in a vacuum, then it's just for you, and you still have to hold yourself accountable. So there's no way around that. In golf, you hit a bad shot, it's on you. You can't blame your clubs. I mean, you can, but you really can't. In acting, you bomb an audition. That's on you. You don't show up to set prepared and ready to work. That's on you. Now, yes, there are circumstances and life happens, but at the end of the day, you know in your heart of hearts that you have to be accountable for you. You are responsible for yourself. Last point, adaptability. Now, you play golf in the great outdoors. The weather changes. No two courses are exactly the same. Uh, no two holes on one course are exactly the same. And even if you play only one course for the rest of your life, that one course will not be the same every day. One reason is the pin location at each hole changes from time to time. There are some courses that change the pin location every day. So even the smallest changes are changes. The only constant is change. And how do we deal with change? Adaptability. Okay. In acting, every role you play is different. Every other actor that you work with is different. Every director you work with is different. All the crew members that you work with, they're different. Every screenwriter or playwright, they're different. Their words are different. They write differently. That's change. And again, how do we deal with change? Adaptability. In theater, I mean, you can perform the same show every day for a year, and each show will be its own individual entity. No two shows are going to be exactly the same. And maybe the audience won't know this. Maybe the entire cast won't notice, but there will be slight differences. And I'm not saying that these differences are going to be negative or that they're detrimental to the production, but there are differences. Maybe a line was delivered slightly differently. Maybe the audience laughed at a line a bit longer on Tuesday than they did on Thursday. And maybe Friday they didn't laugh at all. Those are things that you have to adapt to because they're different. Different is good in a lot of aspects in life. But we're actors, so we're talking about acting. Different is great. It makes sure that you're well-rounded. Actors, we have to be adaptable. We've got no way around it. And the actors that are able to be adaptable are the ones that work the most often. They're the ones that make the most impactful work. So, those are my 4 points to back up my statement that playing golf can help you become a better actor. Now, if golf is just absolutely not your thing, I'm not going to force you to play. And again, this isn't a magic bullet. And I'm not saying that, you start playing golf and, you're going to instantly become a constantly working actor. Just personally, golf has made me a better actor. And I would encourage you to just give it a shot. See if you have the same experience that I do. If not, it's fine. It's cool. But if you do take up golf and you're ever in the same area as me, let's go play. I'm always down to play with some fellow actors. I think those might be probably the most fun rounds is when you're playing with people that you have something in common with. Golf and, something else. So that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed this episode, which I hope you did, leave me a good review wherever you listen to podcasts. Share this episode around with fellow actors, with golfers, with anybody. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. And that's all I've got. In the show notes, I will put a link to my short film Swing Thoughts. And I'm actually going to do an episode where I talk about making that short film. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, a link to the film will be in the show notes. If you're watching this on YouTube, in the description. And that's all I've got. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next episode.